Hello, friends. Please consider supporting the Flavors and Knowledge podcast. Donated proceeds are applied to absorb the cost of cooking classes and health education for children. Help a child affected with diabetes with a sponsorship donation toward adequately managing the condition through Food First. Chef Walter's Children Diabetes Foundation brings this message. Hello, friends. Welcome back. This is Chef Walter with Flavors and Knowledge. Today I'm going to share a recipe of a seafood salad from the Amalfi Coast in southern Italy. And driving on the road from Positano to Salerno, also known as the Amalfi Coast, you will witness some of the most divine scenery imaginable. Along this windy coastline, steep rocky slopes, which are rushing down to the sea, and tiny villages with colorful houses packed closely together to rugged cliffs, you will find some of the most extraordinary food all across the European landscape. In Campania, the heartland, both farm life and cooking are a testimony to a fertility of the land. Over 2,000 years ago, the Romans had already planted all sorts of fruit, from pears, apples, cherry trees, almonds, figs, melons, pomegranate, quince, chestnuts, and vegetables of all kinds, as well as different variety of grains, typically spelt, millet, barley, of course wheat, and olive trees. Grapes, already thriving on the sun-kissed volcanic soil at the foot of Mount Vesuvius, were already there. And through the centuries, many more food staples have developed in the region. If you think of water buffaloes, which appeared and provide today the creamy milk which is suited for the mozzarella we all crave. And from the New World, the tomato began its journey into the Italian households. Making pasta developed and expanded within the territory, turning Naples into the most critical production location in the 18th century in the town of Gragnano. As summer is approaching, this dish offers a refreshing variable as an appetizer or a light lunch. Always select the fresh seafood from your preferred fishmonger or local market. Handle with care, and keep in mind that seafood cooks relatively fast. The poaching technique can be the better way of cooking seafood if you desire to have a moist and lasting flavors. Fresh herbs and minimum spices are fundamental, and when cooking seafood, the taste of the sea has to be your ultimate objective. And so let's talk about this particular recipe. Again, it's seafood salad Amalfi style. The ingredients are going to be for 4 guests. We're going to begin with 16 mussels, scrubbed, beard removed, 16 clams, medium size, salt to taste, 1/4 of a pound of octopus, which you will cut into 1-inch pieces, 1/4 of a pound of calamari, squid. Use the bodies and cut them into rings, and the tentacles you will have 1/3 of a cup of good extra virgin olive oil, 2 garlic cloves minced, 16 shrimps shelled and deveined. You're going to need the juice of 1 lemon, freshly ground black pepper to taste, and a good teaspoon of minced Italian parsley. The procedures are straightforward, really. Soak the mussels and clams in cold water and cover with 1 tablespoon of salt and keep there for about 30 minutes. Drain and rinse. Always remember, the salt will remove any impurities from the shellfish, and if there's any possible dirt or sand, it will drop to the bottom of the bowl. In another saucepan, bring 1 quart of water to a boil. Drop in the octopus and cook for about 20 minutes. After that, add the squid and cook for 10 more minutes. At that point, in a totality of about half hour, drain and cool. Transfer the octopus and the calamari into a bowl and keep aside. In a 12-inch skillet, heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Add the garlic, the mussels, and the clams, along with the shrimp, and cook for about 10 minutes over a very low heat until the shellfish opens. You can take advantage of a lid in this particular process, which will make the shellfish open relatively fast. And while this happens, you want to remove the shrimp as they cook much quicker. So don't keep the shrimp in the heating skillet as much as the mussels and the clams. Otherwise, they will become tougher. Once this is done, cool the shellfish, remove it from the skillet, and add it to the bowl where you have already gathered the octopus and the calamari. Toss all the ingredients with lemon juice, the remaining olive oil, season with salt and pepper to taste, and garnish with the minced parsley. This particular seafood salad will keep well in a refrigerator for 2 or 3 days, but I don't think it will last that long. I think you're going to enjoy it relatively fast. Keep in mind that the flavor of the seafood has to stay coherent and has always to be undercooked to allow the marinating to occur. If you cook the seafood very long, remember, it will turn tougher and it becomes somewhat chewy and unpleasant. And this is the recipe for a great seafood salad from the Amalfi Coast in Naples. I will have the link to the recipe in our show notes where you can download it and follow it at your leisure. Always keep in mind that undercooking the seafood, it's a good practice. The seafood will become chewy, and work it minimally. Don't overdo it, and don't bury it with too many ingredients. Keep in mind the ultimate flavor has to remain the seafood. And that does it for this particular episode of Flavors and Knowledge, that I wanted to share a quick seafood recipe with you, which I've learned how to make about 40 years ago and is still one of my favorite. Please follow Flavors and Knowledge and join us at your preferred platform or on anchor.fm. And if you're on occasion today or tonight, always keep your eyes on the fire. Stay well. We'll reconnect next time. On the show notes, you will have all the necessary links for all of our services and our cooking school. Ciao, ciao.
Flavors and Knowledge is brought to you by Chef Walter's Cooking School in Cranston, Rhode Island. For classes, workshops, events, and programs, please visit our website at chefwalterscookingschool.com. For all other services offered by Chef Walter's Food Group, check out our main website, chefwalter.com.